The iPhone SE does not make any sense. Not at all, specifically here in India. Here is why. Number one, except this, people have moved on to bigger screens, and specifically in countries like India, China, Brazil, this growing, fast growing but developing economies, still using a bigger screen, meaning some kind of a status symbol. Whenever you see someone using a bigger screen, you generally see, well, that must be at least a mid-range or an expensive device. Plus, smaller screen like 4-inch screen are so 2 to 3 year old, and plus people are starting to get more comfortable with bigger screens now, and I doubt that they would want to come down to such a small screen. Number two is that Apple actually tries to market the iPhone SE by saying that it's for those people who still do not want to go beyond the 4-inch screen, do not want to go beyond the iPhone 5s screen size, mainly because they want to use their phone with one hand all the time. Plus, that's kind of more mobile. The 4.7-inch screen of the iPhone 6 or the 6s is only 17.5% larger than the 4-inch screen of the iPhone SE. 17.5%. With just 17.5% larger screen, you got a much bigger resolution, also more realistic, and that's still kind of quite manageable to use with one hand. Number three, no 128GB versions. Now we know that the 16GB version is shit. It's no use at all. You get about 9GB or roughly about 9GB odd space in that, where you just install 2 games and it's over. So essentially the iPhone SE will have only one option, 64GB. You cannot extend it obviously because it does not support micro SD cards. 128GB is essential for many people. Now talking about the pricing, there's a huge difference between the pricing in the US and the pricing in India. In US, the 16GB in Indian equivalent will cost roughly about 27,000, but here in India, you'll get it for 39,000. That's a 12,000 gap. And for the 64GB, it's 34 version versus 49GB. That's even more difference in the price. Now, when you talk about pricing and Apple saying it tried to enter the mid-range market with the iPhone SE, but as far as India is concerned, as I told you just now, the 16GB version costs 39,000, and that's the dot price, online at least. But you're getting the iPhone 6s 16GB version for less than 45,000 again online. So there is almost only about 5 to 6,000 difference. In some cases, if you can strike a good deal with your local vendor, you might get it for even less than 45,000. But you'll hardly get any discount on the 39,000 of the iPhone SE because it's just out. So about 5,000 difference. Again, I think it's a very small difference for a bigger screen and such a big resolution, like huge difference in resolution. And even after all that, my biggest disappointment with the iPhone SE was that the device involves no innovation at all. I actually thought the design is gonna be more futuristic, albeit a smaller phone. But then it's, see, it's actually a 2011 design and body, where a 2015 or last year's specs is crammed in. And if the iPhone 7 comes out, let's say as soon as September, the specs is already 1 year old. So iPhone SE is going to be already 1 year old by the time September comes. So that's a huge disappointment when you buy an iPhone SE for such a, I would say such a high price, at least in India, and within a span of less than 6 months, your phone is touted as a previous generation phone. So these are the reasons because of which I think the iPhone SE does not make any sense at all, at least in India, mainly because of the price difference out here and the such low price difference between the iPhone 6s and the iPhone SE. If you like this video, please hit the like button, ask anything related to this, and we'll try to answer them all. And please subscribe to our channel and share this video to share the love. Ciao.